Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
On the national news from Babalola Imo Television this hour, first the headlines. Forex crisis, federal government opens talks with World Bank. Governors have hijacked LG allocations, affair Babalola tells Tinubu. Bandits free kidnapped Plateau pharmacist. Mob taxman call over alleged organ disappearance in Abuja. Amusement security vote for project, says Osun governor. And on sports, Napoli to take legal action against company over Osimidor. I am Morire Rabila Lawal, the news in detail. Solution is in sight for the economic challenges, Minister of Finance Olawale Edun yesterday said. He added that Tinubu administration will tackle foreign exchange forex problem with the cheapest available funds. He said he met with World Bank officials yesterday on how to address tight forex liquidity. Edun unveiled plans to address the nation's economic problems at a business launch in his honor and three other ministers as Newspapers Proprietors Association of Nigeria and MPAN in Abuja. Those also honored our Minister of Information and National Orientation, Alhaji Mohammed Idris, the Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Mr. Dele Alaki, and the Minister of Art, Culture and Creative Economy, Anetu Musawa. All the ministers who have been active members of MPAN were celebrated for being appointed into the cabinet of President Tinubu. Edu, the former chairman of Vintage Press Limited, was treasurer of MPAN, while Idris, who was publisher of Blueprint, was general secretary. Speaking on what he described as his humbling experience in power, Edu assured Nigerians that Tinubu was working round the clock to find solutions to the nation's economic problems. And so went through things like the economic management framework, which would include a lot of consultations step by step with other stakeholders, including the private sector, that will serve as one of the key and ad hoc committees that will put together an updated and expanded national development plan. Even earlier, we were meeting with the World Bank. As we know, this is a time of very tight foreign exchange liquidity, so it must be sought and found wherever. And of course, you have to be able to tell them this is the economic plan. You all know the measures that Mr. President has taken. We have briefly dealt with the issue of subsidy that was draining government revenues. He has briefly dealt with the foreign exchange situation and multiple windows, which was deterring investors. Legal luminary Are Afe Babalola signed on Thursday tasked President Bola Tinubu to ensure that local government areas in the country receive their allocations directly from their federation account to revive agriculture and boost the economy. Babalola said this while declaring open the 8th edition of the Afe Babalola Agricultural Expo, ABEX, an annual gathering of farmers where they would be empowered by the ABWEC founder. Babalola said that the local councils have remained ineffective over the years in bringing development to the people due to the activities of the governors who allegedly hijacked their allocations. He explained that releasing funds to the council areas would enable the administrators to contribute to the socio-economic development of the communities, especially supporting farmers. He said, I'm suggesting that local government areas should be empowered. Each local government should set up farming equipment for farmers to hire. They should also earmark large hectares of land to farmers to farm. When I was a councillor in those days, local government funds used to come directly to them. We all know what has been happening to their money. The best the government can do now to revive agriculture is to buy modern implements to encourage people to farm. If local government funds get to them, they will be able to buy tractors for the people to rent. The Secretary of the Plateau State Chapter of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, pharmacist Kim Both, who was kidnapped on Wednesday by a bandit, has been set free. It was learned that he was released on Thursday night. Information reported how pharmacist Both was abducted on Wednesday night along Lamingo Road junction in the Just North local government area of Plateau State. He was driving in his Honda NSC gold color car around 8 p.m. after closing from work when the incident happened. Family sources confirmed the release of the pharmacist as injures. One of them said the pharmacist was released unconditionally, even though the bandit initially demanded an undisclosed amount of money. The source added that he had been taken to the hospital, where he is presently receiving treatment. He thanked God for sparing the life of both, whom he described as a good man. The family member said, pharmacist Kip Bolt has been released to the glory of God. And the next story to Abuja. There was pandemonium and apprehension on Thursday evening in the area of the Federal Capital Territory after a mob attacked policemen attacked the Wagwan Police Division. The policemen, numbering about 5, had gone to rescue a man identified as Mubarak, who was almost lynched over an allegation of manhood disappearance. Correspondent gathered that a yet-to-be-identified man had raised the alarm of his manhood disappearance after coming in contact with Mubarak. A resident of the area who did not want to be mentioned correspondent on Friday while speaking that the mob surrounded the accused and began to beat him to restore the alleged missing manhood. He said the presence of the police worsened the matter as the mob, rather than release the accused to them, attacked the police and destroyed their vehicle. On Thursday evening at Dede, as the story has it, a man called Mubarak was attacked by an angry mob after a man said his manhood went missing after having contact with him. He cried out for help and some people gathered around Mubarak. He was beaten and almost lynched when about 5 policemen came to the scene to rescue him. All effort by the police to ensure that the mob relieved Mubarak to them fell on deaf ears. When contacted, the FCT police spokesperson, SP Josephine Ade, confirmed the incident. She said policemen deployed to the scene were attacked by the mob. She, however, said the Commissioner of Police condemned the attack on the policemen, and they said he has equally ordered the arrest of the perpetrators of the act. He said the CP condemned in strong terms an attack on the policemen. He has ordered those involved should be arrested. We are for the up-to-time warning against mob attacks, particularly on the issue of organ disappearance. We have arrested 14 people involved, and we will continue to do so. And to the next story. Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke yesterday gave account of his administration in the last 10 months, saying the state has been growing rapidly under his watch. Adeleke, while addressing the people of the state in Osogbo, said the secret of his success in area of construction of roads and other infrastructural projects was that he devoted his monthly salary both to finance those projects. The governor told delegates that represented every segment of the area and he has not borrowed a dime to finance his project, noting that his administration has no plan to borrow in the nearest future. On the 2 billion naira palliative sent by the federal government out of the 5 billion naira being expected, Adeleke assured the people that the fund is intact, contrary to alleged diversion by the opposition party, revealing that the fund will be partly used for the acquisition of additional buses for intra-city transportation of citizens. Commenting on the shortage of teachers in the state, he said, I have directed the Ministry of Education to conduct needs assessment as a basis for recruitment and filling of vacancies in schools. I believe the report will soon be ready. Our government is also committed to the implementation of the report of the Education Summit. The governor gave hints about his future plans for the people of the state, saying our people should expect the dualization of roads in Senatorial District, flyover bridges in Osogbo and some other towns, street lights for newly constructed roads, second stream of 332 boreholes across wards, commencement of Imole transport service and Imole housing estate at 500 units per federal constituency. And to end the national news is a sports story. Napoli have announced they will take legal action against a famous Italian toy store for an unlicensed doll. The doll bears an uncanny resemblance to their talismanic forward Victor Osimhen. It went viral on social media because it has several rather obvious elements that link it to the Nigeria International. This includes a protective mask with the number 9 on it, a light blue jersey and a blonde top of curly hair. With reference to the news which appeared on numerous online information sites relating to the imminent marketing of a children's game called Tisibialo Bomba, a doll that reproduces the features of a player Victor Osimhen, portrayed wearing a uniform clearly referable to the shirt from the club's first team. The Napoli football team specifies that this is an unusual and unofficial product, the creation of which has not been authorized in any way by the club, Napoli said in a statement. The company has therefore taken steps to protect its interest in the appropriate places. Osimhen was recently involved in a TikTok video raw with Napoli. The Nigeria's international's contract extension is currently in doubt, and his relationship with the Serie A champions remains frosty. He has scored 5 goals in 9 appearances across all competitions for Napoli this season. With our sports story, we've come to the end of today's national news. Before we go, some headlines. Federal government opens talks with World Bank. Governors have hijacked LG allocations after Babalola tells Tinubu. Bandit-free kidnap Benue pharmacist, I beg your pardon, Plateau. Mob attacked man caught over alleged organ disappearance in Abuja. I use my security vote for project, says Osun governor. And on sport, Napoli to take legal action against company over Osimhen. For updates of our broadcast on YouTube, our handle is Babalola Imo Television. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell, select option all to access all of our broadcasts. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawide Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. For advert placement of your goods and services, coverage of events and functions, please dial the phone number streaming on your screen. Thank you for watching Jumat Mufida to all faithful Muslims all around the world. I am Morire Rabida Lawal.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.